My name is Barrett Young. I'm one of the partners here at GWCPA. Today I want to talk about 3 books for personal development. I read all 3 of these books about 10 to 12 years ago at a pivotal point in my career when I had just become a CPA and actually meeting with clients to solve their problems. The first book that I want to recommend is by Cal Newport, So Good They Can't Ignore You. At the time that I read this book, I was looking for passion. I was looking for a job that I would love to get up and do every single morning, that I would look forward to, that would just jump out of bed. The promise was, if you find that job, there's no such thing as a Monday, and if you can find this mythical job, you never work another day in your life. Cal kind of tossed that on his head. The premise of this book is that skills trump passion in pursuit of the work that you love. Cal doesn't deny that we should do things that we love. What he says is if you become skilled in something, you get to gain autonomy in that profession. You get to decide how you want to work, when you want to work, who you want to work with or not work with. If you become so good that they can't ignore you, you get to dictate the future of your profession. I really struggled through this book. It really didn't unlock for me until the last couple chapters on this one because I was really wrestling with the ideas that Cal put forward. If I could, I would make this book required reading for every high school graduate. The second book that had a big impact on me is Quiet by Susan Cain, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. Again, I read this when I was just starting to get into sales, and I thought that I was a failure in sales because I did not go to mixers in DC and hand out my business card to 40 or 50 people. I did not have conversations with everybody that lasted 2 minutes and then move on and then still be able to remember their name when I call them or when I email them after the mixer. Susan Cain's book really spoke to me because it says introverts should still be in sales. Introverts just need to do sales like introverts. They don't do sales like extroverts. If I can go to a conference and I can have a meaningful conversation with somebody and actually solve their problem and get deep into their business or into their life, I will remember that person. I will follow up with that person. I will also have a bigger impact on that person than if I just blow by them and move on to the next person. This one really spoke to me, especially as an introvert who's got an extrovert sibling. I highly recommend this book. And the last one, Drive by Dan Pink. This is probably the first business book that I ever read that gave me hope for the accounting profession. Dan's premise in this is that at a certain level, once you've got minimum needs taken care of, people are not in pursuit of carrots or sticks anymore. Bonuses or punishments, these aren't what motivate us. What really motivate people when they get to that level is autonomy, mastery, and purpose. You might wonder why someone continues to work long after the financial need for them to work no longer exists. Dan says it's because of autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Autonomy is the ability to choose the work you do, choose the work you don't do, and then direct your workflow, direct your day to suit what you want to be doing any given time. Mastery is why we're in this profession. Mastery means that we're not doing the same repetitive task over and over and over again with no room for development, no room for growth. Mastery means that you get better at what you do if you do it for 3 months, if you do it for 6 months, if you do it for 6 years, if you do it for 60 years. This is what I love about the CPA profession, because there's always something further we can be learning and developing. And then the last one, Purpose. Dan talks about how purpose ultimately unlocks what makes a career into a calling, what turns a job into something that you look forward to doing every single day. Highly recommend this book. Again, probably the most influential book that I've read in my career. So those are the 3 books that I would recommend. Cal Newport's So Good They Can't Ignore You, Susan Cain's book, Quiet, and Dan Pink's book, Drive. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.